Hey, part two of the Israelites' arrival at their border is coming right up. Stay tuned. Good evening. My name is Ron. I am the host of this show, and it is my pleasure to help you learn how to meditate. A good meditation starts with reading something thought-provoking. We have got that tonight again. Let's do a quick little recap from part one yesterday. The Israelites arrived at the border of their promised land, and Moses sent out scouts from all the 12 tribes of Israel. 2 reports came back favorable for taking the land. 10 reports came back negative. They couldn't take the land. We are going to see what happened. But remember yesterday's reading, we read about the descendants of the Anak, the giants. There's quite a few references to giants in the Old Testament. The only way you're going to understand them is to read Timothy Alberino's book, Birthright. I'm telling you, that's an important read if you want to understand what happened there in the first few books of the Bible. Okay, let's get on to chapter 14. Then the whole community began weeping aloud, and they cried all night. Their voices rose in a great chorus of protest against Moses and Aaron. If only we had died in Egypt, or even here in the wilderness. They complained, why is the Lord taking us to this country only to have us die in battle? Our wives and our little ones will be carried off as plunder. Wouldn't it be better for us to return to Egypt? Then they plotted among themselves, let's choose a new leader and go back to Egypt. I guess they believed the report of the 10, not the 2. Very unfortunate for them. Let's read a little more. But the whole community began to talk about stoning Joshua and Caleb. Then the glorious presence of the Lord appeared to all the Israelites at the tabernacle. And the Lord said to Moses, how long will these people treat me with contempt? Will they never believe me, even after all the miraculous signs I have done among them? There's something. How often don't we look for a sign when God's given us something to do and you're just not sure if you should do it? You just want a sign. Well, the Israelites had hundreds of signs. While they were still in Egypt, all the signs that Moses did in front of the Pharaoh, parting of the Red Sea when they left Egypt, the cloud by day and the cloud of fire by night that led them through the desert, water coming out of the rock, that just goes on and on. And they still didn't believe that God would let them or get them into that promised land. We work by faith, not by sight. Amen? Let's see what happens to them then. Now tell them this, as surely as I live, declares the Lord, I will do to you the very things I heard you say. You will all drop dead in this wilderness because you complained against me. Every one of you who is 20 years old or older and was included in the registration will die. You will not enter and occupy the land I swore to give you. The only exception will be Caleb and Joshua. You said your children would be carried off as plunder. Well, I will bring them safely into the land, and they will enjoy what you have despised. But as for you, you will drop dead in this wilderness, and your children will be like shepherds wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. In this way, they will pay for your faithlessness until the last of you dies in the wilderness. Your faith, your faith needs to be strong. And when you're given adversity and you can't think of anything to be thankful for, thank God for Him strengthening your faith through some adversity and keep on praising Him. That will get rewarded. Amen. Amen. I just wanted to add this little bit here near the end of chapter 14. But Moses said, Why are you now disobeying the Lord's order to return to the wilderness? Do you not go up into the land now? Do not go. You will only be crushed by your enemies because the Lord is not with you. Okay, I should back it up a little bit to verse 39. Let's go, they said. We realize that we have sinned, but now we are ready to enter the land the Lord has promised us. It's too late for them. God already passed his judgment on their disobedience. But yeah, now after they saw the presence of the Lord in the tabernacle talking to Moses, and now they're ready to go. Don't wait till it's too late. Just obey God. Even when your family and friends think it's not a good idea, the only one you need to please is God. Just saying. This was a very good devotional. Really something to meditate on. Y'all have a great night. If you can help me out with the word of the day, I'd appreciate it. Just put it down in the comment section. Y'all have a great night. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow.